had this amazing student who sent me a question about how to pitch a client who has never had an assistant before. So this woman is in my VA Business Blueprint program, and fortunately, following the program, she landed the opportunity to pitch a C-suite client pretty quickly. It turns out this C-suite client has literally never had an assistant before, and he was feeling a little uncomfortable and unsure of how this whole thing works. First-time clients, I have found, often have a mix of curiosity, excitement, and skepticism. While people might be often intrigued about the idea of working with the VA and outsourcing tasks, they typically are unsure of how it all works, what to expect, and how to keep their data safe. Think about it. If a stranger on the internet emailed you and said, "Give me your credit card and I'll book all your flights for you," would you be like, "Yes, do it"? Or would you be like, "Who the heck are you and how does this work?" You'd probably be in the latter category. I myself would, and I've been a VA for 12 years. So the first thing we always want to do is address their concerns. Do not shy away from their questions. Do not shy away from their concerns. Acknowledge them, repeat them back, and provide reassurances. For example, if they are worried about, let's just use that examples of credit cards or data, or what are you going to do with their passwords, I want you to reassure them that you use a password manager. If you're unfamiliar with password managers, check out my videos popping up here. Conversely, some clients are usually worried about relinquishing control. If you start speaking with a client who's like, "Hey, I'm concerned with losing control. I don't really know how to give up portions of control to trust you to be able to do this task," you can explain your communication process, for example. You can reassure them that you will keep them in the loop on the work, on where you're at. You can say, "Hey, I often have weekly check-in calls with my clients so that we can both give each other feedback and keep each other posted on where we are on this particular project or task." It's just things like that that help reassure them. You can also give them reassurances like, "Hey, trust is built over time. I understand that. If you're feeling afraid about losing control, we will work on this together slowly as a team." It's often phrases like, "we partnership team." These are often phrases that keep clients feeling a little bit calmer because they'll hopefully start seeing you as a partner and not just a virtual internet stranger. Something else you can do, take over control of your discovery call. So when you guys get on a phone or a video chat about your services, it's really helpful and clients really appreciate when you ask questions about your client. Ask them things about, what their goals are, what their pain points are, what things are sitting on their plate right now that they really, really want to offload immediately. And then you can tailor your services to specifically fit their needs. You can also ask open-ended questions like, "What are your biggest challenges right now?" Or "What tasks are taking up too much of your time?" So it's questions like this that usually get the person thinking like, "Oh, this VA is also going to be really helpful," because again, they're in this partnership where they want to take the things off my plate that are just wasting my time. I also want you to speak their language. Avoid using too much virtual assistant specific jargon. Now, fortunately, VAs don't have many specific jargon, but what I suggest is that instead of saying things like, "I offer social media management," because management could mean so many things. So they might be like, "Well, okay, like what is that?" Instead of saying a phrase like that, you can say things on your call like, "Hey, I do offer social media management. That means I can help you increase your social media engagement and I can help you reach your target audience faster." So sometimes it's just expanding a little more on your services that can help put their minds at ease. Showcase your skills in a way that is relevant to the client. So for example, if on your call you ask them about a pain point and they're like, "Man, I cannot get through my emails, my inbox is overflowing," then you could tailor your response by mentioning your experience or your expertise with inbox management or productivity tools that help you manage the overflow of inboxes. And last but not least, it's always helpful when you're done with the call to provide some sort of social proof. This is usually in the form of testimonials of previously satisfied clients. But if you're new or you recently started working with clients and you don't yet have testimonials because maybe it's just not the right time to ask anybody, I want you to also consider creative things that you can do, like maybe writing up your own one-page case study. For example, let's say you do have experience in inbox management. Maybe that inbox management experience was even at a previous corporate job, but you can still write up what the problem was. So the problem, overflowing inbox, what you did, how you solved it, what tools you used, what was the outcome. That, you would be like, and the outcome is my boss had fewer emails to check because I created subfolders for urgent and not urgent tasks. Whatever. Case studies and testimonials are going to be great, and they can also help build trust and further your credibility as an assistant. Now, having said that, if you are ready to start building long-term client satisfaction, do check out my virtual assistant business blueprint programs on my website, erinbooth.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.